Flight's here, but your
Oh
phone's
no.
there. What's more important than your education, Sushi? Panini?
Alright. Whatever. Wow. I'll get it.
Jolan True, everybody.
Jolan True. Bob has finally defeated the login boss.
Yeah, it took me about 15 minutes. Hey, Ferry.
Hello, Ferry. Alright. Shall we see what the nerd has to say?
Indeed.
Once more, welcome back. It is good to see you again, adventurers. Ah yes, there is another recent development we neglected to share with you. Alize and I have been hard at work in attempting to restore the Aetheryte here to its former glory, and I'm pleased...
The one we tuned to last game.
Indeed. Okay. I'm pleased to inform you that we succeeded. Suffice to say, it should prove a boon for travel. Well, for those replete with animus like you, at least.
The rumor it happened. Alphino has divined a cunning strategy to reclaim Doma Castle.
And we'll leave Aaron Burr out of it. Hamilton joke. Thank you. Alright. I imagine you are eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention.
There's one thing I'm hoping for moving forward, is that this piece of music goes away at some point.
Ooh, red alert.
Tim, thanks for the raid, buddy.
Thank you, Tim.
Welcome in, Tim Raiders.
Indeed.
We're doing all right. I'm still recovering from bronchitis after limit break. Yeah. So, just a little thing for Raiders. Jordan and I try not to talk when there's voice acting going on like there is in this cutscene. So, we will let this play out. But Jordan's a little bit behind me, so. So yeah, how have you been, Tim? And who else came across on the raid with you? Good. Good.
Indeed, very good.
It's quite funny because when we finished Limit Break, because I'd been hosting the last run, we were trying to decide who to raid. And Tim was at UKSG at the time. So I was like, oh, we gotta raid another marathon, right? But they were in the pre-recorded bit, so
Oh, that's a shame.
we raided them. It wasn't long before they went live, but yeah, I'm glad you like that, Tim. When I saw the UKSG, I appreciate that. We were talking about it, and like they were like, "Oh, we're gonna raid some like we're gonna raid someone," and I was like, "There's another marathon going on. We should carry on the love." So
Big fans carrying on the love.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk to Hien, shall we? There's no shortage of tasks which must need to be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand. That said, I've only just returned. It would be better for you to speak with Alphino to find out how much you might be of service. Do I have to?
Apparently.
But why were we even talking to you? We were over here already. Did you catch the Final Fantasy XIV segment, Tim?
They tried to see how much Final Fantasy they could play in 12 hours. And they got through. Two
So
quests.
we had... Yeah, they made it fighting. No, we had a Final Fantasy run, and then I also did an interview with the Final Fantasy runners. So it was a Final Fantasy XIV showcase where they took donations and they went and fought EX bosses and like you could donate to have them like affected in certain ways, like hands off the keyboard or no UI or that kind of thing. But then when we did the interview earlier in the day, I set up a fun little thing where we basically did a version of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but with Final Fantasy XIV characters. Called Friend Request, Eternal Bond, or Blocklist. And yeah, the first round was Ishtola, Kryl, or Tartaru, I think.
Oh, God.
And then the second round was an expansion-based round, which was Sir Aymeric, Gosetsu, or Grahatia. And then the third round was a bit of a gimme, which was supposed to just be a bit of a joke, where the first option was Nero, the second option was Minfilia, and the third option was my personal warrior of light, Lita Alexander. Yeah. All right, let's progress this quest, shall we?
Trying to keep busy. Full glad I am to hear it. There is one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alize and I will need to infiltrate the Moon Gate and to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I've been conversing with Sid Viatasaru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel some documents which he believes may be of some use. I would like you to...
Sid Viatasaru is the weirdest Garlean name.
It is the weirdest, but oddly enough, it's like, this is the one Garlean that we can't be, like, ever get mad at.
It's true.
What is your name? My name is Sid Viatasaru. Ah, shit, you already own this whole city, don't you? Indeed, and I've installed a metro system. God damn it.
Goddamn capitalism.
I love this quest design. I would like for you to go to Kugane and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. Safe travels, and thank you again.
Oh, so I should probably, since people have been asking, I should probably provide an update. My WoW guild, we finally downed Gerard Muggsy. And we're gonna start pushing on Gallywix on Sunday.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're heading for AOTC.
Alright, you close enough for this to happen?
I'm right next to you, mate. I even changed out of that stupid trilby.
Ethernet, Ruby Bazaar. Talk to the person for the doorway loading screen. Loading screen. You could have just opened the door. Oh. Alright, talking to Tartu. What are you doing here? I thought you were off fighting nomads in the Azim Steppe. Oh, you beat them. Good show. A shame I didn't get to see it. Alphinaud has been keeping me apprised of the situation in Dima. I may not have be any good in a physical fight, but in a paperwork fight, I'm the true Kahan. Yeah.
Isn't a paperwork fight just a game of cards?
In the game of cards, you live or you die.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tartaru got her groove back. Tartaru has grown rather accustomed to her life in Kugane. If you couldn't tell by her outfit.
You're here for the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment and I'll be right out. It arrived not long ago. A porter delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets he couldn't come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon in Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident the documents he provided would be enough for Alphinaud to do the work himself. So as soon as that parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside.
It should tell you something, but we've been playing Stormblood so long, I'd fucking forgotten about the dragon in Omega.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'd forgotten about what happened between Monday and today. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Sekisugimi barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude it is in fact a sizable collection of love letters. What? Impossible. The porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw him writing with my own. I saw the writing with my own eyes. Oh, I have no doubt in the least. However, he was tasked with a number of deliveries. I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. My, she can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take these love letters with her. They too must be redirected to the rightful recipient.
I apologise. I've forgotten that I actually voiced Hancock.
That's fine. Because who knows, we'll probably end up hitting a scene where you're doing all the voices again.
That's true.
They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of the deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was a middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kugane, I know. A cheery sort, wearing bright colors as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take the parcel and see if you can track him down yourself? I will wait here on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. "5-foot loading screen. And we're in a city, so we can't mount up to chase them down. Oh, we can use Aetherites, can't we?
Yeah.
The Yakuza district.
There's Tartaru.
There's Yagiri instead of Yugiri. I found the adult assistant.
Oh dear, oh dear. I misplaced the most important documents. If I don't find them quickly, there will be dire repercussions. I wouldn't be handing these over until we got our package. Oh no, it's nothing so scandalous and base. My lord is a man with a singular dietary restrictions, which I have detailed in my notebook. Do not purchase produce without it.
Alright, so we need to find the adult assistant's notebook.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, there's another person down here. Who are you? You seek company? For an hour or for an evening? How it reeks of perfume and desperation. I know not of it, nor do I wish to know. Sir. 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 Get fucked.
Nothing down there.
I found an overworked porter in the alley.
Away.
there's a doorway right next to the Aetheryte we came in on.
Yeah. Good evening to you, miss. I have no time to chat. I have to head to the Bakara. Was it the horsery? No time, no time. I recognize the past life to the Ruby Bazaar not long ago. What of it? Mistake for the Seki Sakumi, you said. Oh, you're right. How fortunately I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I'll take the other in exchange. She's gone. Fuck's sake.
She's fucked off back to the Ruby Bazaar. I'm sorry, I couldn't find him. I guess we just hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. Hang on. Oh.
What?
This is the parcel we had to take back to Alphano.
Yep.
What?
Welcome to Final Fantasy 14, buddy.
That's it. That's the parcel. You found him. Though knowing our luck, Sid would put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it. These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alphano requested. I can only imagine what would have happened if we sent adventurers back to Duma with a parcel full of love letters. The look on Alphano's face when he reads the first page. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Duma's freedom, and here I am making the same silly mistakes. Won't happen again, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information.
You shut up and keep looking adorable.
Indubitably. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you may be pleased to hear that we have broken an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments, we provide, discreetly and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lodorito was pleased to hear it. Ha ha! Indeed he was, indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alphano and Alisaie my regards, will you? Ah! I don't know why it just hit me hearing Alphano and Alisaie there. But I picked up my Final Fantasy XIV Commander deck.
Oh, with the 14 one?
Yeah, the Y'shtola.
Okay.
Because it's the one that has the characters I care about, rather than the Emmett Selk deck, which has characters I don't give two shits about. Namely, Emmett Selk. Yeah, Tim,
There's an Emmett Selk deck?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, we haven't
Guess
met
we'll
him
meet
yet.
him in Shadowbringers.
Yep.
I've heard his name a lot. I want to get all of them, because there's 4 decks, right? There's
Yeah.
6, 7, 10, and 14.
Yeah. FF
I'm
and
not gonna lie. I've been replaying 10 since Limit Break.
or was Emmett Selk just a character?
Emmett Selk's just a
Oh, he
card.
was just a card.
He's a card in the main set, I think.
Yeah, because Ishtola, Blitzball.
It's Stola, it's Titus or Yuna, and then it's Cloud, and then it's
Yeah,
Terra.
yeah. Pretty sure that's Terra. Terra, Herald of Hope. Yep.
Yeah.
I meant to pick up a box.
Sorry, go ahead.
I meant to pick up a box of like the bundle box because the lands also look really pretty.
Yeah.
But then when I went to pick them up, and the guy at my local game store was like, "Yeah, it's 190 for the deck in the box," and I was like, "I was in the
Decks are like 100 each.
yeah, I was in the Khans of Tarkir, the Dragonstorm pre-release. I bought 2 commander decks and I bought a bundle, and I still didn't spend $190 in the last set."
Collector's boxes of Final Fantasy are currently $1,200.
Jesus.
A set of the 4 commander decks is $400.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to wait for the bundle box to come down for them to
Oh, they won.
that, or I need to have a really good week at work and be able to pay my bills, and then also be able to grab. But yeah, I was like, nope.
There were also cards that broken the game.
I've seen a lot of the talk around that stuff.
Magic Pro Tour Final Fantasy is happening as we speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the exact numbers. Hold on.
Thanks, Natara. Appreciate the support of you showing up. A day off.
I was just telling everybody about our game of Fuck, Marry, Kill. So, to give you an idea of how badly Vivi Ornithir of Final Fantasy IX has broken the current standard metagame, Magic Pro Tour Final Fantasy is going on as we speak. 42.3% of the field are playing red-blue with Vivi. 42%. The next closest is Azorius Omniscience at 19%.
So over double the next level. Yeah. That's just nuts.
In fact, you could add 2, 3, and 4 together
and still not reach 1.
Oh, hang on a minute. You could add 19, say 20, say 31, say 36, say 40. You could add 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place together, and it would be about the same number of people playing.
Jesus.
Because you have to submit a deck list beforehand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the highest card is Vivi Ornithir with 374 copies. The second place card is Opera Love Song with 61.
What? Yeah,
When it comes to
those,
raw numbers, all
those
right,
boxes
so
are not
let's
going
say
down
here,
anytime soon, and that makes me
When it-
very sad.
when it comes to raw numbers, no card made a bigger impact than VV on a tier. Between main decks and sideboards, 374 copies were registered across 127 Is It Prowess decks. 3 Is It Cauldron decks and 1 Is It Prof deck. Among main decks of Is It Prowess builds specifically, 6 players are running 4 copies, 75 are running 3 copies, 32 are running 2 copies, 8 are running 1 copy, and 19 are running no copies of VV.
Jeez.
VV is absolutely busted. Anyway, back to a much less popular Final Fantasy game. It was a joke, Natara. Alright, don't believe me? Yeah, of course you don't. I'm fairly sure Natara opted to eternally bond with Nero, which bothers me. I'm outside, by the way.
Oh.
That entire round was put in there just so Natara control me.
Yeah.
No, Graha was in the second round. The round you're talking about was Nero, Minfilia, and my Warrior of Light. Graha was in the faction specific round, the expansion specific round. All right, game. I'm gonna need an explanation right now. We're supposed to be underwater in a cave. How the fuck is it raining in here?
No, this isn't. We swim under a cave to get here, but this is out. You can actually go and look down at this place.
Then how have they not found it?
Because look at the guy who's in charge of hunting them down.
Oh yeah, stupid Welshman.
Yes.
Because they're lazy? Okay. I thought the whole point of this place, it was like an underground hideout. Also, how is it raining over here, but not raining in here? There's cracks in the ceiling!
There's a... I don't know. Oh, God.
I need to stop. I need to stop yelling.
Are these cracks, or are they just like... I don't know.
They look like sunlight coming through the rock.
It hurts my head to think about.
It's a big crack in the rock, Natara. Look at it.
I mean, he's not wrong. There's a big crack in the rock, but I can't tell if it's a seam of crystal or if it's just a big crack in the rock.
It just looks like sunlight coming through the rock. Alright, let's talk to Awful Nerd. You should have heard the reactions it got when I called him that at Limit Break. Certain people were not pleased.
I believe it.
And when I told the story, when I told the story about what happened after, what happened after the wall, when what's his face popped his clogs,
Oh, yeah.
and we got out of it. And went, right, that's 2 of you fuckers down. How do I get rid of the rest of you? Hello, Baz.
Hey,
The
Baz.
whole gang's here.
Yeah.
Now we're just missing Foxy. Alright. Talking to awful nerd. You're awful nerd, Jordan.
Ah, I am awful nerd. Oh, it seems like just yesterday you were here. Our plan. You were here like 20 minutes ago.
It was like 20 minutes ago.
Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I shouldn't have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. This is one less thing to worry about. I will say, Bob, the Ishtola deck has two of the best cards they've ever created for this set.
Which is?
First up, summon Good King Moggle Moggle the 12th, long may his fluffiness reign.
Excellent. I very nearly put Good King Moggle Moggle the 13th, long may his reign.
Yeah, yes, Tim, I have seen this
in the fuck, marry, kill.
Long may his fluffiness reign. Obviously, it's Mary. And then Tartaru Taru.
So I don't know whether it was me and Tim, but we were having a chat about this, about how all of the Elizon are elves, and how all of the Lalafels are dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as you can imagine, got my hackles up a little bit, because they're not. But I can see why it makes sense for the game. So then later, when they have to reprint these cards under different names, they fit with current tribes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In before Natara's like, they totally are dwarves. Just you wait, Bob.
I can make myself a dwarf. And then I find androids from our universe.
Don't really have a horse in the ring. You absolutely do, Natara. Telling me I'm wrong.
Hey. Alright, back to...
It's true, Natara, you do. Seeds of Despair. If you seek further employment, Alphano can point you in the right direction. No, I'm good. Y'all can just chill. Actually do your own work for once rather than relying on me.
Relying on us to run around and tell people what to do.
Yeah. Or you could, like, move 5 feet to talk to the person that you're going to send us to talk to, so...
Where is she? Should you wish further employment, mayhap you can speak with Alize. I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. Subaru? Ah, there's Alize.
Dude, you could have walked like 20 feet and talked to your sister.
But you didn't have to go out in the rain.
Are you fucking soluble or something?
Yes.
Alphino told you about my plan. You wish to come with me? Well, far be it for me to refuse you. Truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what I expect to find. In the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint. There were no public executions, and not a single village was put to the sword. As I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest the purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field even as we speak, surveilling targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. Let's begin our search in the north.
can fly here. Yoink.
I mean, if they're gonna have an open roof, I'm gonna use it. All quiet for now. Follow me to the next location. Imperial Trolls near our headquarters then. Good, that's the last thing we need is a repeat of Ralgir's Reach. Even so, it would be prudent to search a little longer. Exactly the enemy I was worried about. Damn it all. Can't just leave the little carcass lying in the middle of the road. Which one are we picking?
You've gotten stronger.
Next to you, I feel like a child playing at swords and sorcery. That's because you're trying to be a red mage like me.
Yup.
Now, mayhap it suits me better than the bow. I owe much to a Makot I met on my travels. He's a master at it. I'm well aware of him. I've also beaten up his best friend. And kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. I can never warm to common rapiers. I've always preferred using a blade of my own creation, despite the toil it took on me. Andre's gift was a godsend, to be honest. Should have given it to me. Anyway, we're falling behind. We should split up and try to recoup some lost time. We've heard rumours of Imperial soldiers skulking about disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the ribbons to the south of here. Go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, send a proper mage red mage to do the job.
Oh, hello there, young lady. My associates and I are in search of fertile soil for farming. This land caught our eye. You doubt my words? You suspect we have some other purpose in coming here? How vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well, if she desires the truth, and she shall have it. Deal with her!
Saw them attack you while this one fled. Since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him. Imperial, I presume?
I knew it would come to this, but the hands of a Westerner, a Doman would at least know the rights. You think you understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she.
Ventura!
Rest assured, the Nauri will receive due compensation. Young Asahi has great potential, that much is plain. If he applies himself, he may one day be granted opportunity to go to Garlemald and learn from some of the leading authorities in the field of Magitech. Few citizens are afforded such treatment, however, much less people of the provinces. You would need to do more. Oh, of course. You have no doubt we shall. My husband and I only want the best imperial education for our boy.
Who's a shy? Have we met a shy yet?
I think so.
I finished planting the rice, Mother. Oh, they just mentioned him, so we're gonna meet him soon.
Not by the officers here, Yotsuyu. Inside. Now!
Stop trying to make me feel bad for all your bad guys. It doesn't work. Bye, Tim. Take care of yourself, friend.
Catch you later, Tim.
Yes, Mother.
You did not mention you had a daughter. My sister is not mine. Calm you rest her soul. She is utterly hopeless, but one cannot choose one's family. Indeed. She is of age to receive an education as well, is she not? Yet we have no records. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. Oh no, of course not, but she is weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed. Though a thought occurs to me, mayhap we can come to an understanding.
That was a near thing. What happened? We were talking, and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else. Did one of those soldiers hit you on the head or something? No, you see, like I get visions from the planet. I can see through time and shit because I'm awesome. But I still lost the fight to a guy who's good at swords. Not sure how the fuck that happened. Well, if you say so, we should go and tell the others what happened here. I'm never gonna let that go. It's one of the worst pieces of writing of all time. It needed like a 2-sentence explanation.
It is one of the worst pieces of writing of all time so far.
But I've been told Shadowbringers is when it gets good. So if there's bad writing in Shadowbringers, this game's fucked. At least it's giving Ferrari a job. Thank you. You didn't have to come with me, but you did. For that, I'm grateful. Told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers. And we disposed of the bodies. It's only a matter of time for their comrades note their absence. Do we need any more to reason to act quickly? You sure you're alright, by the way? You've been awfully quiet since we returned. Alright, so... I'm convinced... The more I go through this... I don't know whether you remember me talking about this, Jordan, but... I had a theory that they're going to try and turn Yotsuyu good. Right? Because the more we go through Stormblood, the more I'm recognizing the same patterns of storytelling with Yotsuyu as they gave us with Nero. Right?
Right.
Like, she's an utterly reprehensible character. I dare say she may even be more reprehensible than Nero. She's responsible for, like, mass murder and all of this. And then, out of nowhere, we start getting the, like, the tragic backstory stuff, right? Like, with Nero, we find it... I think we find it in Praetorium, where he's like talks about how like everyone like overlooked him for Sid and how that made him like all evil and shit, and now we're getting this backstory for Yotsuyu where she's like, oh, her mom died and her aunt fucking hated her and she was sick and yes, but you're still a mass fucking murderer.
Mass murdering fuckhead is still a mass murdering fuckhead.
Right? I'm convinced they're going to try and pull some bullshit where she either turns good or... they're going to do... I don't give a fuck if she's pretty. You know who else is pretty? Em, and she's not a mass murdering fuckhead.
That's true. She's just a pirate.
There's plenty of pretty people in this game that aren't mass murdering fuckheads. Alright, let's talk to Alize. Ooh, new weapon. That's kind of dope. Really fits with this outfit too. The limits of our endurance. If you still want for work, Alize has a suggestion. I tell you to rest and leave the rest to others. And seeing as that isn't in your nature. Oh, because the game won't fucking let me. I'd happily let everyone else do their jobs.
Good job, game. You've worked Bob into a coughing fit.
Good job, game. Leech returned but a moment ago. Looking a bit worried, it would seem that trouble is afoot at Namai. You may as well go and ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. I mean, if the game gave me the option to let people do their own fucking jobs, I would do it.
But it doesn't.
You've barely got enough armor as it is. Huh? Oh, you're here to help. That's a relief. We've been trying to help the villagers in the Mai get ready for the operation, but we've run into a few problems. Remember how we're supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion? The thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Dilfs would be able to furnish us. Still can't get over that. That's the acronym. Thought the Dilf would be able to furnish us with some. Seems that's not the case. I was about to go tell Issei. Why don't you come too? No, it's Dilf.
Deal. Domin Liberation Front. Dilf.
It doesn't help that I'm not speaking altogether clearly, Frary. Oh, you're here too. How about those soldiers you and Alize encountered? Glad you're alright. Right then.
Say, we've gathered up all the rope we can find in the village. And every tool with an edge, but it's still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there are no more to spare.
Thank you, Chigusa. Ryozan could use a hand if there's nothing. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. Made enough rice bowls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Yukiri. Can I go and give them to her? Silly little girl, of course you can, hurry. Never know when she'll need to leave on a secret mission. Sorry about that, everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hien returned. So much to worry about. You're doing well, we say. Though I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Fortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there's no substitutes for proper protection. Not so many full suits of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. Without any equipment, we'll be slaughtered. The Dilf doesn't have any armor to spare. Suppose we could ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long it will take for him to send us supplies. Do you have an armor in the village, or anyone with some skill to fashion armor? There is one man, a craftsman who fled the Enclave. He's experienced and may be able to help. Don't know if I can persuade him to, though. Maybe you two could come with me. The two incredibly attractive women. Yeah, sure. Thanks, dude. His name is Suranaki. He lives in Kusakara in the south. Come with me.
Who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? Ones who sing of rebellion, of liberation? Ha ha! Surely they would not think to trouble me with such foolish dreams. Oh, go and say what you will.
Already.
But do not take offense if I die from laughter. He's going to sell us the fuck out.
That fits with his outfit much better.
There's a pokey stick.
Alright. Broken steel, broken man. Suranuki has been seen your kind before. Accept.
Yeah, say again. You would have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars? Bois, ha, ha, ha. Mad fools, charging boldly to meet their deaths, bring me steel and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel, all that you can carry, the better to shield them from blade and bullet.
If only it was simple, Master Suranaki. Steel plates are not so easily procured.
Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. Where are awash in broken steel? Magitech great cylinders come crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives, and they will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring me my steel, and you will have your armor.
No, it's not like we know any other armorers that can help. At least we get to blow things up. how heavy this much fucking steel would be.
We're the warriors of light.
Still got beaten with by a man who's good at sword, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Eh? You have the plates of steel I demanded? Show me. Then you are committed to your cause, dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid fools. Doma is dead, and so are her people. Not liking this guy. Lord Cain, Lord Hien, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. 'Twas Lord Cain who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Guardians came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside without a second thought, all to win their trust, all to serve as their puppet, restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such shame he must have felt, but no matter, he would suffer it for his people, as a life as slaves is better than none at all, he believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears of dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. "10 years of preparations, of machinations, so careful we would be, and yet... Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Cain, Munzen, the Enclave. They were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all."
You're wrong, Master. We're still here. We're still alive. Lord Cain, too, lives on in our hearts. And then his son, Lord Hien, has returned.
Lord Hien? Alive? It cannot be. You lie. You lie!
It's the truth. Hien came back to Dome to help fight her freedom.
Lies! Deceit! Good. Could it be? My Lord Hien yet lives. Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly. Yes. I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10? 100? How many do you need? All that more you shall have.
Cool new sword for you.
Indeed.
I need to get you a proper Cloud for Final Fantasy VII cosplay. Because that's basically what you're playing.
Yep.
You can probably buy it on the store now in 14. The Doma within. Lisa's more determined than ever to play her part. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still haven't to stand up and fight. Just have to show them the way forward. Issei and I will stay and help Tsunaki finish the armor, so you've no need to wait around. When I go back to the house, I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about and see what you can find. Close to the fist for a fucking vendor is what I'm gonna do. This meant shit. Anyone here I can dump my shit.
Yeah, there's a guy next to...
Oh, yeah, next to Awful Nerd. Wearing this fucking trophy. I don't care if it's better than my wizard hat.
Glamour prisms, baby.
I'm not gonna waste a glamour prism right now. I might do that later. Not in the middle of gaming or whatever. Stein.
I was going to start with this fella. Motojiro is right here.
Hell, oh no. I will not impose on you without cause. Rest assured, everything's in this place, and every place is. Everything's fine.
Haname.
Speaking of me running over people and pressing F to try and interact with them, what do you think of the current Star Trek event?
What is the current event?
Where you got to do the TFO or the new. Have you not been doing it?
I have not. I will not lie. I have to play some catch up on some Star Trek.
There's a new TFO. So.
Ooh, exciting. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of our Zela allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, if you are eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Salamia Forrester.
Everything is in order, miss. Under Lord Gosetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day.
Yep.
Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector. No, this voice is going straight through Natara. Ha! To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates of my own. The truth is rather less dramatic. I hope to look on the castle one last time before battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fearful minds at rest. Welcome to the Love-Nasium. Very good. Then let us depart from Munzen at once.
Fat bird.
What do you mean, no, Natara? Would you like some champagne? Gosetsu, have the boy set up my formal shorts.
Ah.
The boy, sir? You, Gosetsu, you lay out my formal shorts. Munzen was once home to a great many and powerful families, men of honor, samurai. Once. Great swaths were raised and people put to the sword, sent wave after wave of our own men against them. What little remains stands as a testament to what was, and what will never be again. Oh, this really hurt my throat, but it's worth it. Come. I would take a closer look. He's like a mix of Zap Brannigan and like Phil Ken 7. Ha ha ha! I said Come. No sentries, at least of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor have the run of the place. To think this was once a bustling street, so full of life. A river of people with a current all of its own. Like a cum gutter. And even then, the Imperials walked amongst us. Sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly. We were always aware of their presence. And we were complicit. I am the worst, huh? He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe. But at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for such dark musings. But it did serve me to remind of the barracks which once stood to the west of here, where there may yet be weapons our comrades could use. I cannot get out of this AoE because I am in a conversation. We head down that street past those makeshift barricades, come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you have finished. Why am I the worst, Natara?
Because you're doing Lord Hien as Zap Brannigan.
I think it fits perfectly. Smarmy little shit that takes praise that isn't his. Fits perfectly as that Brannigan.
Cool.
What are you cooling?
I basically have to do this fate
Okay.
in order to complete the quest.
Rolling your health, there, boy. Well, here's the thing, Jordan.
Hmm.
It's already like 20 minutes before you gotta go,
Yeah.
and I don't think we're killing this thing on our own.
Camp out.
Thing's right. We can just camp out here and come back on Monday.
Okay. So we're gonna let the fate time out, and we'll be back on Monday to scavenge weapons out of the ruins.
No, we had to end at 6 o'clock anyway, Natara. So, because Jordan's got work tonight. So,
Yeah.
by the time we chill out and chat, and I find a raid target and think. Not to say I don't want to do stuff with you, Natara, but just we'd have to go anyway.
So, thank you for everyone who came through. Thanks to Tim, who has left us for the raid, but any of the raiders who stuck around, thank you for sticking around. Natara, as always, pleasure to have you find us when we're streaming. Please
I'm back on Monday, Natara, and see if we need help then.
Yeah. Please make sure you follow us here, but Twitch do be twitching sometimes. So make sure you also follow us on any of the 4 major microblogging platforms. Twitter, we are 321 Podcast. Blue Sky, we are 321tv.bsky.social. Threads, we are at 321_tv.live. And Mastodon, on the Mastodon.social server, we are at 321_TV. Check out our wee little merch store, 321-tv-shop.fourthwall.com, for all the cool 321 TV branded swag. Shirts, sweatshirts, cups, stickers, Zilak.
And for those of you who don't know, this weekend is known as Free RPG Day, tomorrow, 21st. So your local retailers may have some stuff going on. Get out, see some other human beings, play some RPGs.
Indeed.
Go do a commerce.
Support your friendly local game shop.
Yeah.
Big fans.
Before we disappear, just to remind everybody, there's been a bit of a snafu with Jordan's scheduling during June.
Yep.
So our Monday streams are probably moved to Tuesdays at this point for the rest of June, unless you're not busy this Monday.
I think I hammered out. I think I got things hammered out for the foreseeable.
We will try and post an upcoming schedule on Twitter.
Yep, indeed.
I will also let you know, Natara, via DM or whatever. But yeah, so let's see, who do we want to raid today? Let's send everybody over to send everyone over to, and let's just do Zeppelin again. Actually, no, Zeppelin's doing WoW, not Final Fantasy. Do you anyone you want to send people to, Jordan?
Who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? Not a whole heck of a lot of people.
Well, then we're going to send you guys to Loading Ready One.
Yep.
Lurret are currently doing this show called Chill Point, where they sit around and talk about gaming news.
There we go.
So we're going to send you over there. Thanks out, Jordan.
Send you off as we always do. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and all those beyond that spectrum. In the words of the 16th President of these United States, Abraham Lincoln, please be excellent to each other. And party on gender-specific honorifics, and we will see you
Next time.
Peace.